Yo, what's up, movie people? I hope you're doing well. We got another episode of movie news coming at you. This is actually a big episode. We got a lot to talk about. We got Netflix, Disney stuff to talk about. We got Karate Kid news to talk about. Make sure you like this video, though. It helps out a lot, but let's get right to the news. Alright, first up on our news, we have a little bit of a story from Netflix. We got Sex Education Season 4 releases this fall on Netflix. I'm very excited for this season. Sex Education is one of Netflix's best original shows. If you haven't seen it, I would go check it out. It's so good. The story behind it's so good. Asa Butterfield does so good in this. Emma Mackey's great in this. We're gonna see her again in Barbie. It's just such a great show, but I'm pretty sure season 4 is gonna be the end of the show, which is kind of sad. But I'm just excited to see where they're gonna take the characters with this whole season, because it's interesting because a lot of the cast members have left the show now, so season 4 is not going to have a lot of the familiar faces, but I'm still interested to see where they're going to take a lot of these characters, because there's a lot of different paths that they could all go down. But I'm excited to see that release soon. And this is one of the more interesting stories we got. Jackie Chan is in talks to return in the new Karate Kid film. So I was not expecting this news, and when I saw it pop up on my Twitter page, I was like, what? Jackie Chan's coming back? Because that Karate Kid movie he was in with Jaden Smith did not go over too well. I was actually a big fan of it, and I loved him in the role, but it did not go over too well with audiences. So I'm curious to see why they're having Jackie Chan return, because I thought they were going to go for a whole new original cast. So this is kind of an interesting decision. I'm pretty sure he's going to be returning in the same role, so I wonder who's going to be the Karate Kid in this movie and what's it going to be about. I'm just surprised that they brought Jackie Chan back, because that just doesn't make any sense. I thought they were going to go all original in this one. It's like so weird that they're bringing him back, and I didn't think Jackie Chan wanted to return in this role, but I guess that he does. Next up, we got more breaking news about Deadpool 3. Deadpool 3, it hasn't missed on news. Like, Deadpool 3 is coming up in about a year and a half, I think. I think it's coming out in 2024. I'm not too sure. But the news that's come out of this movie is just so exciting. I get more excited every time I hear something new about this movie. But Deadpool 3's new news is that Negasonic Teenage Warhead and her girlfriend Yukio will return in Deadpool 3. I think Deadpool 3 and Deadpool, the movies themselves, have such great supporting characters. We had these two, we have Colossus, and then we had Cable, played by Josh Brolin in the second one. I hope he gets to come back, because in the second one he was hilarious, but there's been no news about him coming back. But I'm so happy that we get Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Yukio back, because they play off each other so well, and they play off Wade so well. I'm just hoping that they get a little bit more of a bigger presence in this one, because in the first and second one, they're really not in it for that long, and I really want to explore the characters a little bit more, because they're such cool characters, and I feel like just them like walking around and talking with Wade, who is Deadpool, is just so funny. I feel like their interactions are so funny, especially in Deadpool 3 when they're always like, Yukio and Deadpool are always like, hey Yukio, hi Deadpool. I love that so much. I felt like it's so funny. I just hope they keep playing off it. We got a little bit of news about Transformers Rise of the Beast. It's finally tracking on Box Office Pro, and it actually increased. Previously, it was only tracking to earn about $30 to $40 million opening weekend domestically, but now it's tracking to earn $68 to $70 million at the domestic box office. So this is higher than previously reported. I don't know how true this is likely going to be, because it's just tracking, but they're usually spot on. But I'm happy it's increasing, because Cable Jr., Stephen Cable Jr., I think is the director of this one. He also directed Creed 2, if I'm correct. And I feel like he directed the hell out of that movie. I thought it was great. So I'm hoping he does a lot with this one. And it's a follow-up to Bumblebee, which I thought is the best Transformers movie, and I thought it worked so well. And I hope this one is as good as Bumblebee. It looks great from the trailers, but we all know trailers can be misleading. So I'm just hoping that this movie does well, like financially, and does well critically, because I love Transformers. I love the movies. Michael Bay just ruined them with his last 3 movies that he did. So I'm hoping they get back on track. I'm hoping this number rises. I'm seeing it opening night. I'm probably going to see it a couple times, because I love Transformers, man. Bumblebee is my all-time favorite Transformer. He's so cool. And then we got a little bit of news. Futurama is coming back, like I said in a previous news video, but it's going to premiere July 24th. I'm pretty sure it's just going to stream on Hulu. I'm not sure if it's going to stream on actual network television again, but I'm pretty sure all the new episodes are going to come out on Hulu weekly. I'm not sure if it's going to be a binge, Pretty sure Hulu does weekly, so look for them weekly starting July 24th. I'm probably going to watch them, but I'll probably wait for the binge to come out because I like binging these comedy shows. I think it's a better experience, but Futurama is coming back July 24th after a long time of it not being here. Next up, we got Bullet Train 2. Supposedly, Bullet Train 2 is in the works with Brad Pitt and Sandra Bullock to return, and Margot Robbie is actually in negotiations to join the cast. This is interesting. I've only seen this from one source so far, so it may not be like totally true right now. But if it ends up happening, I'm really on board with it because I thought Bullet Train 1 was an epic feast of cinematic entertainment. It was so funny. It was a great time in the theater. I loved the whole cast in it. I just had such a fun time with that one. And we got the Flash tickets are on sale next Tuesday, but that's actually going to be today because this is going to be going up on Tuesday. So get your Flash tickets right now. They're probably going to be on sale when this video is published, and also Indiana Jones tickets are going to be on sale as well. So get your Flash tickets, get your Indiana Jones tickets. I'm definitely going to scoop up some Flash tickets. I'm going to probably see this movie a couple times because I've been hearing just such good things from this movie, and I cannot wait for it to come out. I don't care. I really don't care what anyone thinks, man. This movie is just going to be such an epic time. I'm a big fan of the Flashpoint Paradox story, and I'm happy that Andy Muschietti is taking some of that story and putting it in this movie. And you can even see from the trailers Andy Muschietti's style he brought from his It movies into this one. You can see some of that style, and I'm just really looking forward to it, you know. Warner Bros. Is actually marketing this movie, so I'm happy about that because they didn't market Shazam 2 at all, and that flopped. But they're actually marketing this, and I think it's tracking pretty well also. So that's going to open big. And this is also another big story. Jeff Loveness will no longer write Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. He left the project prior to the writer's strike. Let me just say I'm happy about this. I don't care. I really don't care what any other people think. The script of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was one of the worst MCU scripts I think I've ever heard and seen. I felt like it was just a disappointment. There's way too much comedy in these movies. If you can't nail comedy, you have no right to put that much comedy into your movie. And Jeff Loveness literally just makes everything so silly in this movie. Like, if he actually wrote The Kang Dynasty, I don't think it would have ended up great at all. I think that would have been the worst Avengers movie we've ever had. So hopefully Marvel gets on track with The Kang Dynasty and hires a better writer, because Jeff Loveness, I don't think that he can handle this many characters if he can't even handle like 4 characters in an Ant-Man movie. I feel like writing an Ant-Man movie would be pretty simple, but he did not do well on it. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was just a horrible start to Phase 5, man. It just did not end well. I hated the script. I thought it was way too silly. The more I think about Quantumania, the more I don't like it. From when I first saw my review, I'm like, man, I don't like it as much as I did when I first saw the movie. But they're getting a new writer, and we'll find out probably soon because they want to keep working on it. So we'll find out soon on that one. And we got Tatiana Gabrielle has been cast as Jade in Mortal Kombat 2. I've been waiting for news about Mortal Kombat 2 because they announced development of the sequel like a long time ago. Like after the first one came out, they said they're making a new one, and we haven't got a lot of news. This is like our first big news about this movie. This girl is from the Uncharted movie. She did great in that one. I can't wait for her than this one. I'm not a big Mortal Kombat person. I never really played the games, but I did enjoy the first movie a lot. I'm excited we're going to get more characters. I'm just hoping that they can do better on the movie, because the first movie was kind of a disappointment for me going into it because I thought it was going to be like more action heavy. The story was kind of disappointing. So I'm hoping that they can do a little bit better on this, but I feel like casting her in this movie is like a massive W. I think she's awesome and an amazing actress, and this character that she's going to be playing looks actually scary as hell. So I can't wait for that. She does a good villain in Uncharted, so hopefully she does good in this. I can't wait for Mortal Kombat 2. I'm not sure when it releases, but I'm very excited for it. A little bit of news about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's been rated PG for frenetic sequences of animated action violence, some language, and thematic elements. Hits theaters June 2nd. I cannot wait for this movie. You know, I keep gushing about this movie. It's just going to be amazing. From the first trailer, I could tell it's going to be amazing. The first one is my favorite animated film. This movie will probably top that. I've heard people say that this movie is going to be better than the first one. So, man, I cannot wait. The TV spots are so cool. I can't stop watching them. Even though I don't want to watch them, I can't stop watching them. They're so cool. But it's going to be PG, like we all thought. It's not going to be PG-13. They got to get kids to come to this one. But man, PG rating doesn't stop a movie from going violent. A PG movie can be pretty violent. You know, you've seen a couple of Pixar movies. They get pretty violent sometimes, but it's going to be PG, you know? Now we're on to some box office news from this week, because I'm recording this on Sunday when box office numbers come out. So Fast X earns $319 million in the film's worldwide opening weekend. This is a pretty good start for the movie. Not a great start, but it's a good start. Fast 9 almost kind of earned this amount also when it first came out. Fast X, though, it kind of needs to make a lot more than this since its budget was so high. Its budget was like $360 million. So this movie needs to make about $750 million to make profit. I think it's going to end around $800 million to $850 though, because I don't think it's going to have a lot of legs when June comes and all those movies start coming out. And Little Mermaid comes out this week, so this one's not going to have too big of legs, but we'll see how it does in the coming weeks. And we got more news. Guardians of the Galaxy has currently earned $659 million worldwide. This is some big legs on this movie. Guardians of the Galaxy is doing so well. I'm so happy for it because it's so great. The legs are so good. It should end about at $850 million, which is just a great number for this one. And we got one more box office news, which is Super Mario Bros. Crossed $1.248 billion at the worldwide box office. It's now, I think, the second biggest animated film of all time, which is kind of insane. Just wait for Universal and Nintendo to make more of these. It's going to be a lot of Mario movies coming up because they are printing money at this point. They're making a lot of money. I can't wait. Even though I just thought this one was a little average, I still can't wait to see more. You know, Mario's so cool. I can't wait. Our last piece of news is going to be on Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. He says that it's his longest film. It's kissing 3 hours. So to kind of talk about this, Interstellar was his longest film before this at 2 hours and 49 minutes. So he says this is his longest film yet. So expect this one to be about 250, 255, almost 3 hours. Let me just say, I can't wait. I don't care what anyone says. 3 hour movies, I love them. I saw Avatar 2 in the theaters 5 times. It's 3 hours and 12 minutes. I didn't feel the runtime at all. You just got to make a good movie with good pace, and I won't care. You know, I won't care. If it's a bad movie with bad pace, then I'll care. I'll be like, man, this is so long. But I cover the runtime on my reviews, and I talk about them. So it's 3 hours. I can't wait because Christopher Nolan knows how to do pace. He doesn't know how to do sound sometimes, but he does know how to do pace. So I can't wait for Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. That's all for the news this week. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.